Do, does and did. Now you're clear with it. I've cleared all the basics, how to use do, how to use does and how to use did in a sentence. All the subjects, all the rules in a quite simplified manner. Hello everybody, how are you all? Hope you're doing great. So welcome back to another session of learning English and improving your English with me. Well, in today's lesson, we are going to cover another topic of basic grammar that you must improve, that you must learn in order to speak fluent English. So today is going to be the lesson number 3 in our basic grammar series that we have launched here on YouTube. Lesson number 3, and today we are going to discuss the difference between do, does and did. Do, does and did. Now they are your basic verbs that you must know how to use correctly because they are your base of any sentence structure. So are you all ready for this? I'm Shivangi Gupta, your CELTA certified English language tutor, certified by the University of Cambridge, the UK. And before beginning, please subscribe the channel so that you can check out on all the lessons that I post for you on the channel. Please like the video and share it with your friends too. Okay, now coming back to today's lesson. The basic grammar concept of do, does and did. It's very important for us to get it correct. It's very important if you want to form correct sentence structures. So let's begin with do, does and did. Well, all three of them, they are the forms of to do verb. To do. To do is basically a verb that represents any action that you are doing. And this is also used as an auxiliary verb. So you can use it as a main verb, and in negative and question sentences, we also use it as an auxiliary, that is helping verb. So that is the basic thing, that these three are the forms of to do verb. Now, do and does represents present tense. Do and does, present tense. Did represents past tense. So first of all, we will focus on the difference between do and does. So let's begin with do and does. Let's first clear the difference between do and does as they both are used in present tense. Okay? So do and does, what is the basic difference? One thing that you must remember is do is plural, does is singular. So we use do with plural subjects and we use does with singular subjects. Plural and singular. Now let's first talk about do. So we use do with plural subjects, but we also use do with I and you. First person singular and second person. So let's keep it simple. Let's just say I and you. I, you, they, we. 4 subjects. I, you, they, we. For example, I will do it. I will do it. You can do it. You can do it. You must do this task now. You must do this task now. They are not doing their work. They are not doing their work. We will do the task. So we, they, I, you, with all these 4 subjects, we are going to use the verb do. Now does. Does, as I told you, singular with singular subjects. So it's pretty simple. He, she and it. He, she and it. He does his work on time. She does all the tasks attentively. It does not take much time. It does not. So it, we use it for all the abstract things and things that does not have any kind of specific gender. It does not take any time. It does not take much time. So both the sentences are correct. So with it, he and she, we are going to use does. Now these are the concept for do and does. Let's focus on did. Now coming to did, the rule for did is quite simple. Whenever we are talking about simple past tense, we will use did. Action that have already been completed. Somewhere in the past, they are complete actions. So we will use did. And we can use did with all the subjects. There is nothing like singular and plural. So we use did with I, you, he, she, we, they and it. With all the subjects, if we are talking about past tense completed actions, we will use did. Pretty simple rule. No confusion. Okay, there is one rule that I want to tell you, that if you are using did as an auxiliary verb, the second verb must always remain in its root form. For example, she did not understand what I said. She did not understand. So the root form of the verb, right? She did not understand what I said. Did you go to the market yesterday? Did you go to the market yesterday? So with did, I'm using the root form of the verb, that is go. No double past tense, because did is already in the past tense, right? So with did, if you're using it as an auxiliary verb, helping verb, remember to use your main verb in the root form. Okay, let's look at some of the example sentences. She did her work quite nicely. I did that. He did not tell me about it. She did not go to the park. They did it all by themselves. We did not hear what you said. So with all the subjects, we can use did if we are talking about past tense. So that is the lesson on do, does and did. Do, does and did. Now you're clear with it. I've cleared all the basics, how to use do, how to use does and how to use did in a sentence. All the subjects, all the rules in a quite simplified manner. Now you're going to construct sentences in the correct manner. Use do, does and did whenever you're speaking in the correct manner with this lesson. So that is it. That is the lesson. Do not forget to check out the other lessons in the series. So there is a playlist you can check out, the basic grammar series. Please go and check out the lessons. More lessons will be added to the series. So stay tuned. I'm gonna meet you again with a new lesson. That was it for today. This was the lesson. I'm gonna meet you again with a new lesson. Till then, everybody, take care and bye.